Welcome, dear listener. Tonight we'll drift together into one of the universe's most gentle mysteries. What happens when galaxies dance together in the cosmic deep? As your breath slows and your body settles into comfort, imagine the night sky above you opening its quiet secrets, revealing a story that has been unfolding for billions of years in the silent vastness of space. You don't need to follow every word tonight. Simply let this story carry you into rest, like a leaf floating on a calm river beneath countless stars. The galaxies have been moving toward each other for eons, their dance so slow and graceful that entire civilizations could rise and fall in the time it takes for them to complete a single cosmic waltz. As you listen, feel yourself becoming part of this ancient rhythm, this gentle collision that creates rather than destroys, that builds rather than breaks. Tonight, you're invited to float alongside these island universes as they perform their slow ballet in the endless dark. Before we begin our journey together, if this peaceful exploration brings you comfort, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me which country you're listening from and what time it is where you are. It brings me joy to know that people all around our small planet are finding rest in these cosmic stories. Now close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. We're about to embark on a journey through space and time, where the largest structures in the universe move with the gentleness of clouds and where collisions become creations. Imagine yourself floating gently in the warm darkness of space, not cold or harsh, but embraced by a cosmic warmth that surrounds you like the most comfortable blanket you've ever known. Around you, scattered like luminous flowers in an infinite garden, are the galaxies. Each one a spiral of hundreds of billions of stars, turning slowly, peacefully in the cosmic night. You're drifting between two magnificent spiral galaxies. They appear to you not as distant cold objects, but as living, breathing entities, each one a home to countless worlds, countless stories, countless dreams. Their spiral arms stretch out like the arms of cosmic dancers, adorned with young blue stars that sparkle like dewdrops on a spider's web at dawn. These galaxies have been approaching each other for over 4 billion years, moving through space at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour, yet their dance appears infinitely slow, infinitely patient. Time moves differently here in the cosmic realm. What seems like an instant to these galactic giants encompasses millions of human lifetimes. As you float between them, you can sense their gravitational embrace. It's not violent or sudden. It's like watching two soap bubbles drift toward each other on a summer breeze, destined to merge in a moment of perfect, gentle beauty. The space between them is not empty, but filled with invisible threads of gravity, connecting every star to every other star, creating a web of attraction that spans millions of light years. Feel your own breathing slow as you contemplate this cosmic patience. These galaxies don't rush, they don't hurry toward their destiny. They simply follow the ancient laws of physics, allowing gravity to guide their dance across the eons. There's something profoundly peaceful about this, the way the universe takes its time, the way even the most dramatic cosmic events unfold with grace and patience. The galaxy to your left glows with the warm amber light of older stars, its spiral arms traced with lanes of dark, cosmic dust that look like watercolor brushstrokes across the stellar canvas. The galaxy to your right blazes with the brilliant blue-white light of stellar nurseries, regions where new stars are being born even as you watch, their birth cries lost in the vast silence of space. Between these two cosmic islands, you float in perfect comfort, perfectly safe, watching one of the universe's most magnificent performances. This is not a story of destruction, but of creation. When galaxies collide, they don't destroy each other. They transform, they merge, they become something new and wonderful. As your body relaxes deeper into rest, imagine that you can feel the slow pull of galactic gravity, gentle as a tide, rocking you softly as these cosmic giants continue their billion-year embrace. You are witnessing something that began before Earth was formed and will continue long after our sun has grown cold. You are part of a story much larger than any single world, any single life. Yet somehow you belong here, floating peacefully in the cosmic deep. In the gentle darkness around you, gravity speaks in whispers. It doesn't shout or demand, it simply suggests, guides, caresses. As you continue floating between these approaching galaxies, you begin to understand that what we call a collision is really a conversation written in the ancient language of gravitational attraction. Gravity is the universe's way of saying, "Come closer." It's the cosmic equivalent of a warm embrace, drawing objects together not with violence, but with an irresistible tenderness. Every star, every planet, every particle of cosmic dust responds to this gentle call. And over vast stretches of time, even the largest structures in the universe dance to gravity's patient rhythm. The two galaxies around you have been whispering to each other in this gravitational language for billions of years. Long before Earth existed, long before our solar system was even a twinkle in a cosmic cloud, these galaxies began their slow conversation. "Come closer," one said to the other through the medium of warped space-time. "Dance with me across the eons." As you breathe slowly and steadily, imagine that you can hear this conversation. It doesn't sound like words, but like a deep, slow rhythm, the cosmic heartbeat of the universe itself. It pulses through space at the speed of thought, carrying messages of attraction across millions of light years. It's a patient sound, unhurried, like waves lapping gently against a shore on a calm summer evening. The outer stars of each galaxy have already begun to feel this gravitational embrace. They're being gently pulled and stretched, not violently torn, but slowly coaxed into new orbits, new patterns. It's like watching honey flow or cream swirling into coffee. Everything moves with liquid grace, following paths that seem choreographed by some cosmic intelligence. You notice that the space between the galaxies is not truly empty. It's filled with invisible streams of dark matter, that mysterious substance that makes up most of the universe's mass. These dark matter streams flow like rivers between the galaxies, creating bridges and pathways that the visible matter will eventually follow. It's as if the universe has already prepared the route for this cosmic merger, laying down invisible highways through space. The gravitational conversation intensifies as the galaxies draw closer. You can sense it now as a gentle vibration that seems to emanate from the very fabric of space itself. This vibration carries information. The mass of each galaxy, the speed of their approach, the intricate dance steps they'll perform as they begin to merge. It's all written in the curvature of space-time, in the way each galaxy's gravity well intersects with the others. As your body settles deeper into relaxation, allow yourself to become part of this gravitational symphony. Feel it in your chest, in your breath, in the steady rhythm of your heart. You are made of star stuff after all. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, all forged in the hearts of ancient stars that once danced in galaxies like these. In a very real sense, you belong here, floating in this cosmic conversation. The approaching galaxies begin to show the first signs of tidal effects. Their outer spiral arms start to stretch and distort, reaching toward each other like the branches of two trees growing together. But this stretching is gradual, gentle, like taffy being pulled on a warm day. Nothing breaks, nothing snaps. It all flows according to the patient laws of physics. Somewhere in the warm darkness, you sense that this is how the universe creates beauty, not through sudden dramatic events, but through the slow accumulation of tiny changes over vast periods of time. Each galaxy will give something to the other, and together they will become something entirely new, something that neither could have become alone. As you continue your gentle drift through this cosmic theater, the first streams of stars begin their migration between the galaxies. These stellar streams flow like luminous rivers through the darkness, carrying entire solar systems from one galaxy toward the other. But unlike earthly rivers that rush and tumble, these stellar currents move with dreamlike slowness, each star following a path that seems choreographed by the universe itself. Watch as a stream of ancient red stars begins its journey from the outer rim of the galaxy to your left. These stars are old, older than our sun, older than Earth, older than life itself. They've spent billions of years in their original homes, orbiting peacefully in the outer reaches of their galaxy. Now, like elderly dancers joining a new waltz, they begin their migration toward their cosmic partner. The journey these stars will take spans millions of light years, yet each star maintains its dignity, its grace. They don't collide with each other. Space is so vast that even in the densest parts of a galaxy, stars are separated by distances that would take light years to cross. Instead, they flow past each other like fireflies on a summer evening, each following its own gravitational path while remaining part of the larger pattern. As you float in this stellar stream, imagine that you can sense the stories each star carries. Some of these ancient suns have planets circling them, worlds where life might have evolved and thrived for billions of years. As their stars migrate from one galaxy to another, these civilizations would experience the most gradual change imaginable. Over millions of generations, their night sky would slowly shift as new constellations appeared and old ones faded. The galaxy to your right responds with its own stellar offerings. Young, brilliant blue stars begin their own migration, their light so intense it illuminates the cosmic dust around them, creating streamers and veils of glowing gas that flow like aurora through the darkness between the galaxies. These young stars burn hot and bright, living fast cosmic lives, but even their intensity seems softened here in the gentle realm between galaxies. You notice that the stellar streams don't move in straight lines. Gravity bends their paths into graceful curves and spirals, creating patterns that look like cosmic calligraphy written across the darkness. Some streams loop back on themselves, creating stellar rings that orbit the empty space between the galaxies. Others stretch out like bridges of light, connecting the two cosmic islands. The gravitational field between the galaxies becomes more complex now, more interesting. It's no longer just a simple attraction between two objects. It's a cosmic sculpture of curved space-time with hills and valleys and rivers of gravitational force. Stars and star clusters follow these invisible contours like water following the shape of a landscape, always seeking the path of least resistance, always flowing downhill in the gravitational sense. As your breathing becomes even slower and deeper, you begin to understand that this process has happened countless times throughout the universe's history. Galaxies have been merging and dancing together since the cosmos was young, each collision creating new forms of beauty, new arrangements of stars and worlds. The galaxy we call home, the Milky Way, is itself the product of ancient mergers, a cosmic hybrid that carries the legacy of numerous galactic ancestors. In the warm embrace of this stellar migration, you feel a profound sense of connection to the cosmic process. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of stars like these, scattered into space when those ancient suns died, then gathered together again in new stellar nurseries to form new stars, new planets, new possibilities for life. You are made of galaxy stuff, And watching these cosmic rivers flow, you understand that you are witnessing your own deep ancestry. The streams of stars create their own gentle music as they flow through space. It's not sound as we normally understand it, but rather the harmonic resonance of gravity waves, the songs that massive objects sing as they move through the fabric of space-time. Each star contributes its own note to this cosmic symphony, and together they create a harmony that speaks of patience, persistence, and the profound creativity of the universe. Some of the stellar streams begin to form spiral patterns as they flow, mimicking the spiral arms of the galaxies they came from. These patterns emerge naturally from the interplay of gravity and motion, like the spiral shells of nautiluses or the arrangement of seeds in a sunflower. The universe, it seems, has its preferred geometries, its favorite patterns that appear at every scale, from the microscopic to the cosmic. As you drift deeper into this cosmic ballet, something invisible but profound begins to reveal itself to your inner perception. The dark matter that makes up most of each galaxy's mass starts to show you its hidden choreography. Though you cannot see it directly, you can feel its presence in the way it shapes the dance of everything around you. Dark matter moves like slow cosmic honey, flowing in streams and currents that were established billions of years ago. As the two galaxies approach each other, their dark matter halos, vast spherical regions of invisible mass, begin to interpenetrate like two soap bubbles slowly merging. This happens first, before the visible stars and gas clouds begin their more dramatic dance. Imagine yourself floating through these invisible currents of dark matter. It doesn't push against you or resist your passage, but you can sense its presence as a subtle influence on the fabric of space itself. It's like swimming through cosmic syrup, thick with potential energy, dense with the memory of the universe's youth when these structures first began to form. The dark matter doesn't shine or glow, but in your mind's eye you can visualize it as streams of pearl-like luminescence, flowing in patterns too complex and beautiful for any earthly comparison. These streams follow paths determined by the subtle gravitational variations left over from the universe's birth, cosmic fossils that have guided the formation of every large structure in the cosmos. As the two dark matter halos begin to merge, they create eddies and currents of gravitational influence that will determine how the visible matter behaves in the eons to come. Where dark matter streams converge, new star formation will be triggered. Where they create voids, vast empty spaces will stretch across millions of light years, peaceful cosmic meadows dotted only occasionally with wandering stars. You sense that this dark matter merger is like watching the universe's skeleton reorganize itself. The visible stars and galaxies are merely the decorations hung upon this invisible framework. As you float through these dark currents, you begin to understand that most of what shapes the cosmic landscape is forever hidden from direct observation, known only through its gravitational effects on the matter we can see. The mystery of dark matter adds a layer of profound wonder to the galactic collision. Scientists know it must be there. They can measure its gravitational effects with extraordinary precision. But its true nature remains one of the universe's deepest secrets. It's made of something entirely unlike the atoms that make up stars, planets, and people. It's a completely different category of existence, sharing space with our familiar matter, but barely interacting with it except through gravity. As you contemplate this mystery, let it fill you with a sense of cosmic humility. The universe is far stranger and more wonderful than it appears on the surface. We live in a cosmos where the majority of everything is invisible, where the architecture of reality is built from substances we can't touch, see, or directly detect. This unknown element surrounds you now as you float between the merging galaxies, a reminder that mystery and wonder are fundamental features of existence. The dark matter streams create their own subtle tides that affect the motion of everything embedded within them. Star clusters that seem to be moving in one direction are actually following the invisible currents of dark matter flow. Gas clouds that appear to be randomly distributed are actually tracing the hidden architecture of dark matter filaments that stretch across cosmic space. In the gentle darkness, you realize that what you're witnessing is like seeing only the foam on ocean waves while being unaware of the vast body of water beneath. The merger of two galaxies is really the merger of two vast, dark matter structures, and everything you can see, every shining star, every glowing nebula, is just the small fraction of normal matter going along for the ride. This thought brings a strange comfort as you float in the cosmic deep. There's something peaceful about knowing that most of the universe's mass is made of substances that exist in a realm parallel to our own, sharing space but remaining forever separate. It's like sharing a room with a ghost. You can sense its presence, you can see how it affects the environment, but you can never quite touch it or fully understand its nature. The dark matter mystery reminds you that even as we learn more about the universe, the frontier of the unknown continues to expand. Each answer reveals new questions, each discovery opens new mysteries. This galactic collision you're witnessing is shaped by forces and substances that remain largely incomprehensible, yet somehow this unknowing doesn't diminish the beauty of what you're seeing. It enhances it. As you continue your peaceful journey through this galactic embrace, you begin to notice that the universe has rhythms that mirror the rhythms of your own body. The slow pulse of gravitational waves emanating from the merger creates a cosmic heartbeat, a deep vibration that resonates through the fabric of space-time itself. This cosmic pulse is incredibly slow compared to your human heartbeat. Each gravitational wave cycle might take thousands of years to complete. Yet as you float in this meditative state, you begin to sense a synchronization between your own heart rhythm and this vast cosmic pulsing. It's as if your body remembers its connection to the larger patterns of the universe, the way tides respond to the moon, the way circadian rhythms follow the sun. Your breath naturally slows to match this cosmic rhythm. Each inhale draws in the peace of vast empty spaces. Each exhale releases you further into the gentle flow of stellar streams. The oxygen in your lungs was forged in the heart of a star, much like those flowing around you now. And with each breath, you're participating in a cycle that connects you directly to the cosmic process of stellar death and rebirth. The merger of the two galaxies creates patterns that echo the patterns found in living systems. The spiral arms that stretch and distort as the galaxies approach each other follow mathematical relationships similar to those found in seashells, flower petals, and the arrangement of leaves on a stem. The universe seems to use the same fundamental forms at every scale, from the microscopic to the cosmic. As gravitational forces sculpt new structures from the merging stellar populations, you can see spiral patterns forming and reforming like fingerprints in the cosmic dust. These patterns aren't random. They emerge from the same deep mathematical principles that govern the growth of plants, the flow of water, the formation of weather systems on Earth. The universe has a grammar of form that it uses to write the story of creation at every level. The waves of star formation triggered by the galactic merger pulse outward from regions of gravitational compression like ripples on a pond. These waves move slowly by human standards. It might take millions of years for such a wave to cross a galaxy, but in cosmic time, they create a breathing rhythm as regular as ocean swells. Regions of space inhale and exhale, contracting to form new stars, then expanding as stellar winds and supernovae clear away the surrounding gas. You begin to feel your own cellular rhythms harmonizing with these vast cosmic cycles. The circulation of your blood echoes the circulation of stars around galactic centers. The electrical activity in your nervous system mirrors the magnetic fields that thread through interstellar space, connecting star systems and guiding the flow of cosmic rays. At the deepest level, the quantum fluctuations in your brain follow the same patterns as the quantum fluctuations that gave birth to galaxies in the early universe. This sense of cosmic connection brings a profound relaxation to your body and mind. You are not separate from the universe. You are a local expression of cosmic processes, a way for the universe to know itself. The carbon in your muscles, the phosphorus in your DNA, the calcium in your bones, all of it was manufactured in the nuclear furnaces of ancient stars and scattered into space by stellar explosions, much like those that will eventually occur during this galactic merger. The tidal forces created by the approaching galaxies generate their own subtle rhythms. Gas clouds compress and expand in regular cycles, creating stellar nurseries that pulse with new star formation. These nurseries glow with the warm red light of hydrogen gas being ionized by young, hot stars. The same process that powers the aurora in Earth's atmosphere, just on a scale millions of times larger. As you float through regions where these star formation waves are active, you can sense the birth cries of new suns echoing through the cosmic medium. These aren't sounds as we understand them, but pressure waves moving through the thin gas that fills the space between stars. If you could translate these waves into audible frequencies, they would create a symphony of birth and renewal, a cosmic lullaby sung by newborn stars. The rhythm of cosmic processes induces a deep, meditative state. Your heartbeat slows, your breathing deepens, and you find yourself drifting in time with currents that have been flowing for billions of years. This is time travel of a sort. By synchronizing with cosmic rhythms, you step outside the hurried pace of human time and into the patient flow of galactic time, where changes that seem dramatic unfold with the slowness of geological processes. In this cosmic rhythm, you understand that change is the universe's way of creating beauty. The galaxies don't resist their merger, they embrace it, allowing their structures to transform and evolve. Stars don't cling to their original orbits. They flow into new patterns, new relationships. Even the gas and dust participate willingly in the cosmic dance, sometimes condensing into new stars, sometimes being swept into the intergalactic medium to seed future generations of galaxies. As you drift deeper into the merger zone, you enter regions where the breath of stars creates currents in the cosmic ocean. Stellar winds, streams of charged particles flowing outward from every star, create invisible rivers that carry the chemical signatures of stellar nucleosynthesis throughout the galactic medium. You float through these particle streams like swimming through luminous water, each current carrying its own unique mixture of elements forged in stellar cores. The stellar winds from young, massive stars blow strongest, creating bubbles and caverns in the surrounding gas. These stellar hurricanes can span dozens of light years, carving out regions of near-perfect vacuum surrounded by walls of compressed, glowing gas. As you swim through these cosmic bubbles, you experience a sensation of incredible spaciousness, regions so empty that you might encounter only a few atoms in every cubic meter of space. Yet even in this apparent emptiness, you sense the presence of magnetic fields threading through the void. These fields, twisted and stretched by the stellar winds and the gravitational dance of the merging galaxies, create invisible highways that guide the flow of cosmic rays. High-energy particles that have been accelerated to nearly the speed of light by cosmic catastrophes, like supernova explosions. You don't need to stay awake for all of this, dear listener. The story will still be here, flowing around you like these stellar winds, whether you're conscious or drifting in dreams. Let your awareness float freely between sleep and waking, like a particle riding these cosmic currents. The winds from older, cooler stars flow more gently, carrying away the outer layers of these ancient suns in a process so gradual It resembles the slow breathing of some vast cosmic organism. These gentler winds are rich with heavier elements: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, silicon, the building blocks of planets and life. As these enriched streams mix with the primordial hydrogen and helium that fills most of space, they create pockets of enhanced fertility where future generations of stars will have the raw materials needed to build rocky worlds. As the two galaxies continue their approach, their stellar winds begin to interact, creating interference patterns like waves meeting on a beach. Where fast-moving winds from young stars encounter the more sedate flows from older stellar populations, shock fronts form, invisible boundaries where the particle streams suddenly compress and heat up, sometimes triggering new bursts of star formation in nearby gas clouds. Swimming through these wind interactions, you experience the universe as a dynamic, ever-changing medium. Nothing is truly static. Every region of space is filled with flowing particles, shifting magnetic fields, propagating waves of various kinds. Even the vacuum between galaxies teems with activity at the microscopic level, with virtual particles popping into and out of existence, with neutrinos streaming through from distant cosmic events, with the subtle vibrations of gravitational waves carrying information about colliding black holes and neutron stars from across the observable universe. The stellar winds carry stories with them. Each stream of particles bears the nuclear signature of its source star, the precise mixture of isotopes created in that star's core, the evidence of nuclear reactions that have been powering stellar furnaces for millions or billions of years. By tasting these winds, you can read the biography of stars, understanding their age, their mass, their evolutionary stage, their likely future. Some of the wind streams you encounter carry the death songs of massive stars. These winds have been accelerated by supernova explosions, carrying with them the heavy elements forged in the final moments of stellar collapse, the gold, platinum, and uranium that will someday be incorporated into planets and perhaps into living organisms. These are the winds that enriched the early universe with the complexity needed for chemistry, geology, and biology. Other wind streams tell stories of stellar resurrection. Some carry the signatures of white dwarf stars that have cannibalized their companions, growing fat on stolen matter until they explode in thermonuclear fury, then begin the process again. Others carry evidence of neutron stars, the incredibly dense remnants of massive stellar explosions whose magnetic fields are so intense they can accelerate particles to enormous energies and spray them across interstellar space. As you float through this symphony of stellar winds, you realize that the space between stars is not empty, but filled with a complex ecology of particles, fields, and waves. The merger of the two galaxies is not just bringing together two collections of stars, it's mixing two vast atmospheric systems, two different cosmic chemistries, two separate histories of stellar evolution and elemental enrichment. The mixing of these two galactic atmospheres will create new possibilities, new combinations of elements and conditions that might not have arisen in either galaxy alone. In regions where gas streams from the two galaxies collide and compress, enhanced star formation will occur, creating stellar nurseries more active and prolific than either galaxy has seen in billions of years. The merger is not just a collision but a creative act, a cosmic marriage that will give birth to new stellar populations and possibly new types of planetary systems. In the gentle flow of this galactic dance, you begin to perceive time itself as a river with many currents. The merger you're witnessing carries within it the memory of cosmic history, layers of time folded into the present moment like sedimentary rock holding the fossils of ancient life. As you drift through these temporal currents, past and future seem to blend together in the eternal now of cosmic process. The oldest stars in both galaxies carry within their chemistry the signature of the universe's youth. These ancient suns formed when the cosmos was only 1 billion years old, when the first generation of massive stars had just begun to scatter heavier elements into space. Their spectra tell stories of a time when galaxies were smaller, more chaotic, more actively forming stars. They are time capsules, preserving in their stellar cores the conditions that existed when the universe was still learning how to make complexity. As you observe these ancient stellar populations beginning their migration between galaxies, you sense the patience of cosmic evolution. These stars have waited billions of years for this moment, orbiting quietly in the outer regions of their home galaxy, slowly burning their nuclear fuel, slowly growing older and redder as the universe expanded and cooled around them. Now, in what they might experience as the adventure of their lifetime, they begin new journeys through space, following gravitational currents toward an uncertain but inevitable future. The younger stellar populations tell different stories. Born in more recent epochs when the universe had learned more sophisticated ways of making stars, they burn brighter and live more dramatically. Their intense stellar winds and eventual explosive deaths will sculpt the cosmic medium for eons to come, creating the conditions for yet another generation of star formation. They are the universe's investment in its own future, burning themselves out to provide the energy and heavy elements needed for continued cosmic evolution. Between these stellar populations, streams of gas carry their own temporal signatures. Some gas clouds have been cycling between interstellar space and stellar interiors for billions of years, condensing to form stars, being expelled by stellar winds, mixing with other material, then condensing again to form new stars. This cosmic recycling process means that the atoms around you have stories spanning the entire history of the universe, tales of birth in stellar furnaces, journey through space, capture by gravity, transformation in new stellar cores. The gravitational memory of the merging galaxies extends even further back in time. The dark matter structures that guide this cosmic dance formed when the universe was only a few 100 million years old, condensing out of nearly uniform primordial matter through the patient amplification of tiny density fluctuations left over from cosmic inflation. The paths these galaxies follow toward each other were set by conditions that existed when the cosmos was still a hot, dense plasma filling all of space. As your consciousness drifts in this river of cosmic time, you begin to understand that the present moment contains all moments. The galactic merger you're witnessing is simultaneously the culmination of the universe's entire history and the beginning of new chapters in cosmic evolution. Every atom, every photon, every curvature in space-time carries information about where it has been and hints about where it is going. The process of galactic merger itself spans multiple temporal scales. The overall approach and collision occurs over billions of years, but within that vast time frame, individual events unfold at their own characteristic rhythms. Star formation bursts last for millions of years. Individual stellar orbits complete their cycles in hundreds of millions of years. Planetary systems, if they exist around these migrating stars, experience seasons and climate cycles that span thousands or millions of years as their host stars follow new trajectories through the changing galactic environment. Time moves differently in different parts of the merger. In the dense central regions where supermassive black holes will eventually interact, gravitational time dilation means that clocks run slower. In the tenuous outer regions where stellar streams stretch across millions of light years, time flows at its normal rate, but distances are so vast that light-speed delays mean information about events takes eons to propagate from one end of a stream to the other. The merger creates new temporal patterns as well. The gravitational interactions between the galaxies set up resonances, regular patterns of compression and expansion that will persist for billions of years after the merger is complete. These resonances will pace the formation of new stellar generations, creating rhythms in star formation that echo the original collision event. Future astronomers in the merged galaxy will be able to read these rhythms like tree rings, decoding the history of their galaxy's violent but creative birth. As you float in this temporal ocean, let yourself be carried by currents that flow backward and forward through cosmic history. You are part of this story now, a conscious observer embedded in the flow of cosmic time, able to witness and appreciate the universe's slow but relentless creativity. Your awareness itself is a product of this same cosmic evolution, the result of billions of years of stellar nucleosynthesis, planetary formation, chemical evolution, and biological development. In some sense, you are the universe becoming conscious of itself, using the patterns of neural activity in your brain to contemplate the patterns of stellar activity in these merging galaxies. The memory of cosmic time brings a deep peace, a sense of belonging to something much larger than any individual life or civilization. The atoms in your body have traveled through space and time for billions of years to be here, now experiencing this moment of cosmic drama. They have been part of interstellar gas clouds, stellar cores, planetary surfaces, living organisms, and now they are arranged in the temporary pattern that is you, witnessing the dance of galaxies in the cosmic deep. In the vast spaces between the approaching galaxies, you discover regions of almost perfect emptiness, cosmic meadows where matter is so sparse that you might drift for light years without encountering more than a handful of atoms. Yet even here, in what seems like absolute void, the universe demonstrates its infinite patience, its willingness to let processes unfold across unimaginable spans of time and space. These empty regions are not truly empty, but filled with something far more subtle than matter. The quantum foam of space-time itself, where virtual particles dance in and out of existence in perfect symmetry, where the fabric of reality itself writhes with microscopic uncertainty. Here, in the deepest silence of the cosmos, you can sense the fundamental restlessness of existence, the way even perfect vacuum seethes with potential. Drift here for a while, let yourself expand into this cosmic spaciousness. There's no hurry, no pressure to understand or accomplish anything. Just be here in the patient emptiness where time moves so slowly that a human lifetime passes like the blink of an eye. The few particles that do exist in these regions move with unhurried grace. A single atom of hydrogen, ionized by some distant stellar wind, might wander for millions of years before encountering another particle. When such meetings occur, they happen with the tenderness of old friends recognizing each other across a crowded room. A gentle electromagnetic interaction that might result in the formation of a simple molecule, or might simply scatter the particles back into their solitary journeys. Occasionally, a cosmic ray is a particle accelerated to nearly light speed by some distant catastrophe, streaks through these quiet regions like a shooting star through deep night. These cosmic rays carry with them the energy signatures of their violent births, perhaps in the magnetic field of a pulsar, perhaps in the shock wave of a supernova, perhaps in the accretion disk of a black hole. They are messengers from the universe's most energetic events, yet here in the quiet void, they pass like whispers in the dark. The magnetic fields that thread through even the emptiest regions of space create invisible architecture on scales that dwarf solar systems. These field lines, twisted and tangled by the motions of stars and the expansion of the universe itself, provide pathways for the few particles that exist here. Charged particles spiral along these magnetic highways, creating slow currents that might take millions of years to complete a single circuit. In this cosmic emptiness, you begin to understand patience as a fundamental property of the universe. The void doesn't rush to fill itself. It waits with infinite calm for matter and energy to find their way through the darkness. Galaxies themselves are like islands in this patient ocean, temporary accumulations of matter that will eventually disperse back into the void as the universe continues to expand and cool. The approaching galactic merger, dramatic as it seems, is just a brief eddy in this vast ocean of emptiness. The gravitational dance that brings the galaxies together is itself temporary. In the far future, when the universe is much older and larger, even the merged galaxy will become isolated, surrounded by such vast distances that light from other galaxies will no longer be able to reach it. The cosmos is patient enough to wait for that distant epoch when entropy has had its full say. But there's comfort in this cosmic patience, not despair. The universe's willingness to take infinite time means that every process can unfold completely, every possibility can be explored. The creativity that brings together these merging galaxies is not rushed or forced. It emerges naturally from the interplay of simple physical laws operating across vast scales of space and time. As you float in this patient emptiness, let your own thoughts slow to match this cosmic rhythm. There's no need to hurry towards sleep, no need to force relaxation. Like the universe itself, you can simply allow natural processes to unfold at their own pace. Your breathing slows, your heartbeat settles into its own quiet rhythm. Your mind drifts like a particle in the cosmic void, unhurried, unworried, perfectly at peace in the infinite spaciousness. The void teaches profound lessons about the nature of existence. Most of the universe is empty space, yet this emptiness is not barren. It's pregnant with possibility. Every region of vacuum contains the potential for matter and energy to appear, for structures to form, for complexity to emerge. The galaxies that seem so solid and permanent are really just temporary gatherings of matter in an ocean of potential, destined to dance together for a while before dispersing back into the patient void. In the deepest emptiness between the merging galaxies, where even the faint glow of distant stars fades to near invisibility, you find the universe's most profound peace. Here, in regions where a spacecraft might travel for millennia without encountering so much as a grain of cosmic dust, the fundamental stillness of existence reveals itself. This is not the stillness of death, but the stillness of infinite patience, infinite possibility, infinite care for the slow unfolding of cosmic evolution. As the galactic merger progresses in its patient way, you begin to notice how it creates subtle tides of light and darkness that wash across cosmic space like slow seasonal changes. The gravitational dance of the approaching galaxies doesn't just move stars and gas. It also sculpts the flow of light itself, creating regions where starlight concentrates and other regions where darkness pools like still water in cosmic valleys. Where stellar streams converge, the light from millions of relocated stars creates gentle auroras of illumination that stretch across hundreds of thousands of light years. These luminous rivers flow like the Milky Way seen from Earth, but on scales that dwarf our entire home galaxy. The light is soft, predominantly the warm golden glow of older stars mixed with occasional sparkles of blue-white from younger stellar populations beginning their migration between the merging galaxies. In the wake of these stellar migrations, vast shadows stretch across space, not the sharp shadows cast by solid objects, but the gentle dimming that occurs when populations of stars are gravitationally focused away from certain regions. These cosmic shadows are so large that civilizations could rise and fall in their depths without ever seeing them change perceptibly, yet slowly, over millions of years, they shift and flow like the shadows of clouds drifting across a vast landscape. Drift with these tides of light and darkness. Let them wash over your consciousness like gentle waves lapping against the shore of awareness. There's a rhythm here, a cosmic breathing that inhales light and exhales shadow, that draws stellar populations together and then spreads them apart in new configurations. The interplay between light and darkness in the merger zone creates ever-changing patterns of cosmic beauty. Dust lanes from the merging galaxies, dark ribbons of cosmic soot left over from ancient stellar explosions, weave through the stellar streams like calligraphy written against the star-filled sky. These dust lanes absorb and scatter starlight, creating complex patterns of illumination that shift slowly as the gravitational dance progresses. Behind the advancing edge of each galaxy's spiral arms, regions of enhanced star formation blaze with the intense blue-white light of stellar nurseries. These are cosmic maternity wards where new suns are being born at rates thousands of times higher than normal, triggered by the compression waves that precede the galaxy's closest approach. The newborn stars are so hot and energetic that they ionize vast volumes of surrounding gas, creating glowing bubbles of plasma that pulse like cosmic heartbeats. Yet for every region of enhanced illumination, the merger creates corresponding regions of cosmic twilight. As stars are gravitationally scattered from their original positions, some regions that were once rich with stellar light find themselves nearly empty, populated only by the occasional wandering star following a highly elliptical orbit through the restructured galactic environment. These twilight zones experience a kind of cosmic winter that might last for hundreds of millions of years. The tidal forces generated by the merger also affect the internal structure of individual stars. Stars passing through regions of intense gravitational gradient experience subtle stretching forces that can trigger changes in their nuclear burning rates. Some stars brighten slightly as their cores are compressed by tidal forces. Others dim as material in their outer layers is pulled toward the galactic center. These stellar tides are tiny compared to the overall energy output of the stars, but they create subtle variations in brightness that ripple through the stellar populations like gentle waves. As you flow with these tides of light and darkness, you begin to sense the deeper rhythms underlying the cosmic merger. Light and darkness chase each other across the evolving galactic structure like day and night, but on timescales so vast that entire stellar lifetimes pass in what seems like a single cosmic moment. This is the universe's way of breathing, inhaling matter and energy into dense, bright regions of active star formation, then exhaling them back into the quiet darkness of interstellar space. The cosmic tides also carry information. Each wave of brightness spreading outward from a star-forming region tells the story of the physical conditions that triggered that particular burst of stellar birth. The wavelengths of light, the intensity patterns, the duration of the brightening, all of these factors encode the temperature, density, and chemical composition of the gas clouds that gave birth to new stars. By reading these light signals, you can decode the history of the merger, understanding which regions experienced compression first, which star formation episodes were most prolific, which spiral arms were most severely disrupted by the gravitational encounter. Even in the regions of cosmic twilight, where starlight is sparse and darkness predominates, subtle forms of illumination persist. The warm glow of infrared radiation from dust grains heated by distant stars creates a gentle background illumination that pervades all of space. This infrared glow is invisible to human eyes, but it represents the patient recycling of stellar energy through the cosmic medium. Light from stars absorbed by dust, then slowly re-radiated at longer wavelengths that can travel vast distances through the galaxy without being absorbed again. The interplay of these different forms of illumination, the brilliant blue-white of newborn stars, the steady yellow glow of mature stellar populations, the warm red light of aging giants, the subtle infrared emission of heated dust, creates a cosmic symphony of light that ebbs and flows with the gravitational music of the merger. This is illumination as artistic expression, the universe painting with light on a canvas of space and time. Beyond the immediate drama of the galactic merger, you become aware of the vast ocean of space that surrounds and contains this cosmic event. This is not merely empty space, but a living medium, the fabric of space-time itself, curved and flowing in response to the mass and energy of the merging galaxies, creating invisible currents and tides that extend their influence across millions of light years. Imagine yourself floating not just through space, but through space-time itself. That four-dimensional ocean where past, present, and future blend together in the eternal flow of cosmic process. Here, the merger you're witnessing is not a single event, but an extended structure in space-time, a cosmic river that has been flowing since the galaxies first began their approach billions of years ago and will continue flowing long after their merger is complete. The space-time around the merging galaxies is curved like the surface of a vast cosmic pond into which two large stones have been dropped. The ripples spreading outward from this collision are gravitational waves, actual oscillations in the fabric of space and time itself that carry information about the merger to observers across the universe. These waves move at the speed of light, but they are incredibly subtle, stretching and compressing space by amounts smaller than the width of an atomic nucleus. Float here, in the gentle curvature of cosmic space-time. Let yourself be carried by currents that flow not just through space, but through time itself. There's no need to understand the mathematics of general relativity. Simply feel yourself embedded in the living geometry of the universe, where matter tells space-time how to curve, and curved space-time tells matter how to move. As you drift through this cosmic ocean, you encounter other structures embedded in the space-time continuum. Streams of dark matter flow like underwater currents, invisible but influential, guiding the motion of visible matter through their gravitational effects. These dark streams connect the merging galaxies to a vast cosmic web, a network of dark matter filaments that spans the observable universe, along which galaxies flow like luminous ornaments on an invisible Christmas tree. The cosmic web reveals itself to your inner perception as a magnificent structure of breathtaking beauty and complexity. Thick filaments of dark matter, each containing the mass of millions of galaxies, stretch across hundreds of millions of light years, connecting galaxy clusters in a network that resembles the neural pathways in a vast cosmic brain. At the intersections of these filaments, where multiple streams of dark matter converge, massive galaxy clusters form, gravitational focal points where hundreds of galaxies dance together in complex orbital patterns. Between the filaments lie vast cosmic voids, regions of space so empty that they contain almost no galaxies at all. These voids are not completely empty, but filled with the same quantum foam that permeates all of space, plus occasional streams of gas and dark matter flowing toward the denser regions along the filament network. The voids are like cosmic lungs, providing space for the universe to expand into, as dark energy drives the accelerating expansion of space-time itself. The merger you're witnessing is just one small eddy in this vast cosmic ocean, yet it's connected to the largest structures in the universe through the invisible network of gravitational influence. The dark matter filament along which the two galaxies originally traveled toward each other extends for billions of light years in both directions, connecting them to galaxy clusters so distant that their light has taken most of the age of the universe to reach the merger zone. As you float in this infinite ocean, you begin to understand that there is no center, no edge, no absolute reference point. Every location in the universe is equally valid as a center of observation. From your current position between the merging galaxies, you can see the cosmic web stretching away in all directions. But if you were to travel to any other galaxy, any other cluster, any other point in space-time, you would see a similar view. The same patterns repeating on every scale, the same fundamental structures extending infinitely in all directions. This realization brings a profound sense of cosmic democracy. There are no privileged observers, no special locations, no center of the universe around which everything else revolves. Every conscious being that has ever existed has seen the cosmos from their own equally valid perspective, whether they lived on a planet orbiting a star in the outer regions of a quiet spiral galaxy, or in a globular cluster near the center of an active galaxy, or even on a rogue planet wandering through the dark spaces between galaxies. The infinite ocean of space-time contains not just the present state of the universe, but all possible states, all the quantum possibilities that could arise from the current configuration of matter and energy. Somewhere in the vast ensemble of quantum possibilities, there are versions of this galactic merger where the approach angle was slightly different, where the stellar populations mixed in different proportions, where different planetary systems formed around the relocated stars. The merger you're witnessing is just one thread in an infinite tapestry of cosmic possibility. Yet this infinity does not diminish the significance of what you're experiencing. Each moment, each configuration, each conscious observation is unique and precious precisely because it is one specific realization drawn from the infinite ocean of possibility. Your awareness, floating here in the cosmic deep between merging galaxies, is a rare and wonderful thing. A temporary organization of matter and energy that has achieved the ability to contemplate its own existence and its place in the cosmic order. The ocean of space-time rocks you gently with waves too large and slow for human perception. These are the gravitational waves generated not just by the galactic merger, but by every massive object in the universe. Waves that have been traveling since the birth of the first stars, carrying information about cosmic events across billions of years and billions of light years. You are floating in a sea of gravitational information, surrounded by the whispered stories of stellar collapses, black hole mergers, and galactic collisions from across the cosmic ages. In the deepest part of your journey through this galactic merger, you reach a place of complete surrender to the cosmic flow. Here, in the heart of the gravitational dance between two island universes, you let go of any need to understand or control or even observe. You simply become one with the vast processes that have been unfolding since the birth of time. Your individual awareness dissolves into the larger patterns of cosmic evolution. You are no longer a separate observer watching galaxies collide. You are part of the collision itself, part of the slow cosmic breathing that inhales matter into dense stellar nurseries and exhales it back into the patient void. Your consciousness flows with the stellar streams, drifts with the gas clouds, resonates with the gravitational waves that ripple outward from this cosmic encounter. There's no effort required now, no need to follow the details of stellar mechanics or galactic dynamics. Just let yourself be carried by the cosmic current like a leaf on an infinite river. The universe knows where it's going, and you are part of its journey. In this state of surrender, you begin to sense the fundamental unity underlying all cosmic processes. The same physical laws that govern the merger of galaxies also govern the behavior of atoms in your body, the flow of electrons in your nervous system, the quantum fluctuations in the vacuum of space. At the deepest level, there is no separation between you and the cosmos. You are a local expression of cosmic processes, a way for the universe to experience itself from the inside. The boundaries between past, present, and future become fluid here in the gravitational heart of the merger. You sense that the collision began at the moment of cosmic inflation, when tiny quantum fluctuations in the early universe were amplified into the density variations that eventually grew into galaxies. You sense that the merger will continue far into the future as the combined galaxy settles into its new configuration and begins the next chapter of stellar evolution. Time itself becomes elastic, stretching and compressing like the space-time medium through which gravitational waves propagate. Moments of high gravitational intensity where stellar streams cross and interact seem to last forever. Each star's trajectory becomes a meditation on the nature of orbital mechanics, each gas cloud's compression a lesson in the physics of star formation. In regions of gentler gravitational gradient, time flows like honey, sweet and golden and thick with the accumulated wisdom of cosmic ages. The merger teaches profound lessons about the nature of change and impermanence. Nothing in the cosmos remains static. Even the most stable stellar orbits are slowly evolving under the influence of gravitational perturbations. Even the most massive galactic structures are temporary arrangements of matter that will eventually be modified by cosmic expansion, stellar evolution, and the patient work of entropy. Yet this impermanence is not a cause for sorrow, but for wonder, because it means the universe is always creating something new, always exploring new possibilities for organization and complexity. As you surrender more completely to the cosmic flow, you begin to understand that consciousness itself might be a fundamental feature of the universe, not something that emerged accidentally from the random collision of atoms, but something that was always present in potential form, waiting for the right conditions to manifest. Perhaps every particle, every field, every quantum fluctuation carries some tiny spark of awareness, and what we call consciousness is simply what happens when these sparks organize themselves into sufficiently complex patterns. If this is true, then the galactic merger you're witnessing is not just a collision of matter and energy, but a collision of countless forms of cosmic awareness. The distributed consciousness of stellar populations, gas clouds, dark matter streams, electromagnetic fields. The merger brings together two different cosmic perspectives, two different ways of organizing matter and energy and information, and creates something entirely new from their interaction. In your state of deep surrender, you sense that you are witnessing not just the merger of two galaxies, but the universe's ongoing process of self-discovery. Each galaxy is like a cosmic neuron, and their interaction creates new pathways for information to flow through the cosmic web. The gravitational signals they generate propagate across the universe at light speed, carrying news of their merger to every other galaxy, every other cluster, every other structure in the cosmic network. The consciousness that you are, this temporary pattern of neural activity that experiences itself as a unified self, is itself a form of cosmic merger, a coming together of countless cellular processes, molecular interactions, and quantum events into something greater than the sum of its parts. Your awareness of the galactic collision mirrors the galaxy's awareness of itself, if such a thing exists. Both are examples of the universe developing the capacity for self-reflection, self-understanding, and self-transcendence. Let yourself drift now into even deeper surrender. Release any remaining sense of separation between observer and observed. Become the cosmic process itself, the slow dance of matter and energy and space-time that has been unfolding since the birth of the universe. You are not watching the cosmos evolve. You are cosmic evolution, experiencing itself from within. In the quiet depths of cosmic night, as your consciousness drifts between sleep and dream, the hidden architecture of reality begins to reveal itself. The galactic merger you've been witnessing is not just a collision of two collections of stars. It's an intersection of two different organizational principles, two different ways that the universe has learned to arrange matter and energy into complex, self-sustaining patterns. Each galaxy carries within its structure the memory of cosmic evolution, layers of stellar generations that tell the story of how the universe learned to make heavy elements, rocky planets, and perhaps even life itself. The older stellar populations remember a time when the cosmos contained only hydrogen and helium, when the first generation of massive stars had to form from this primordial simplicity and then sacrifice themselves in explosive death to enrich the universe with carbon, oxygen, silicon, iron, all the elements needed for complexity. The younger stellar populations carry forward this legacy of stellar sacrifice, incorporating the heavy elements created by their predecessors into new generations of stars and planetary systems. Each new stellar generation is more chemically enriched than the last, more capable of forming the complex molecules and structures that might eventually give rise to self-replicating chemistry, to metabolism, to consciousness itself. As these two galactic communities merge, they're sharing not just matter and energy, but information, the accumulated wisdom of billions of years of stellar evolution, chemical enrichment, and perhaps biological development. If either galaxy harbored life, their merger represents one of the universe's experiments in biological and cultural exchange on the largest possible scales. The secret architecture becomes visible now as patterns within patterns, structures nested inside other structures like cosmic Russian dolls. Individual stars orbit within clusters, clusters orbit within galaxies, galaxies orbit within groups. Groups fall toward clusters along the filaments of the cosmic web. At every scale, the same principles of gravitational organization create similar patterns: spiral arms, elliptical distributions, hierarchical clustering. But there's something even deeper at work here, something that operates beneath the level of gravitational dynamics. The universe seems to have an innate tendency toward increasing complexity, toward creating structures that are more organized, more information-rich, more capable of processing and storing information than their components alone. Galaxies are more complex than stellar clusters are more complex than individual stars are more complex than gas clouds, and life, if it exists, represents complexity of an entirely different order. The merger you're witnessing is the universe's way of exploring new possibilities for organization and complexity. By bringing together two different evolutionary histories, two different chemical enrichment patterns, two different stellar populations, the cosmos is conducting an experiment in creative combination. New types of star formation will occur in the compressed gas at the interface between the galaxies. New types of stellar orbits will develop as the gravitational fields of the two galaxies combine and interfere with each other. Perhaps most significantly, new types of planetary systems will form around stars that have been relocated to entirely different galactic environments. Planets that formed in the quiet outer regions of one galaxy might find themselves in the active, radiation-rich central regions of the merged system. Worlds that evolved in isolation might suddenly find themselves in star-rich neighborhoods where planetary systems from both galaxies mingle and potentially interact. The secret architecture reveals that the universe is not just expanding and cooling toward maximum entropy, but simultaneously organizing itself into increasingly complex structures. This dual nature, expansion and organization, cooling and complexification, suggests that the cosmos has not one but two fundamental drives: the thermodynamic drive toward equilibrium and disorder, and an opposing organizational drive toward structure, information, and complexity. In the gentle darkness between the merging galaxies, you sense that you are witnessing one of the universe's most important experiments in this organizational drive. The merger will create new environments, new possibilities, new combinations of matter and energy that could not have arisen in either galaxy alone. It's a cosmic brainstorming session, a creative collaboration between two different approaches to stellar and possibly biological evolution. As your journey through the galactic merger draws toward its close, you become aware of something subtle yet profound: the way light from this cosmic event will travel across the universe for billions of years to come, carrying information about what you've witnessed to observers in distant galaxies, distant epochs, distant corners of space-time. Every photon of starlight generated by the enhanced star formation in the merger zone will become a messenger, traveling at light speed through the cosmic web to tell the story of this galactic encounter to any conscious beings capable of receiving and interpreting the signals. Some of these light signals will reach nearby galaxies in just a few million years. Others will journey for billions of years before encountering another galaxy, another world, another possible observer. This light carries within its spectrum the complete story of the merger, the temperatures and chemical compositions of the new stars being born, the velocities of the gas clouds being compressed by gravitational waves, the magnetic field strengths in regions where stellar winds interact. Future astronomers will be able to decode these light signals, like reading a cosmic history book, understanding not just what happened during the merger, but why it happened and what its long-term consequences will be. But there's something even more profound about this light. Each photon that streams away from the merger zone carries within it a piece of the cosmic story, a fragment of the universe's ongoing process of self-revelation. Light is how the cosmos shares information with itself across vast distances, how events in one galaxy can influence the development of life and consciousness in another galaxy billions of light years away. The light from this merger will eventually reach regions of space where new galaxies are still forming from primordial gas clouds. The heavy elements created in the stellar nurseries of the merged galaxy will eventually be dispersed by stellar winds and supernova explosions, mixing with the intergalactic medium and enriching the raw material from which future generations of stars and planets will form. In this way, the merger you've witnessed will influence the chemical composition and evolutionary potential of galaxies that haven't even been born yet. Some of the light from the merger will travel so far that it will still be journeying through space when the merged galaxy has grown old and its star formation has nearly ceased. These ancient photons will carry information about the galaxy's youth to observers living in a universe so aged and expanded that galaxies are isolated islands of dying stars, separated by vast dark oceans of nearly empty space. In the gentle luminosity surrounding the merger, you begin to understand light, not just as electromagnetic radiation, but as the universe's memory system, the way cosmic events are preserved and transmitted across space and time. Every star that has ever shone continues to exist in some form as expanding spheres of electromagnetic radiation, carrying its spectral signature across the cosmos. In principle, if you could travel far enough and fast enough, you could still observe the light from the very first stars that formed in the early universe. This means that the merger you've been witnessing will never truly end. It will continue to exist as an expanding bubble of information propagating through the cosmic web forever, long after the merged galaxy has settled into its new configuration, long after you and I and all conscious observers of our era have returned to stardust. The light from this cosmic event will still be traveling outward, still carrying the story of what happened when two galaxies danced together in the cosmic deep. The light connects not just different regions of space, but different epochs of time. The photons streaming away from the merger might someday be observed by forms of consciousness so advanced and alien that they bear no resemblance to current life, beings who have learned to exist in the deep cold of an expanded universe, who have found ways to harvest energy from the quantum fluctuations of the vacuum itself. To these distant observers, our entire cosmic epoch, the age of stars and galaxies and planets, will seem like a brief, warm period in the universe's youth when matter was still dense enough to ignite nuclear fusion and illuminate the cosmic darkness. Yet, even in that distant future, the light from galactic mergers like this one will still be journeying through space, still carrying information about the universe's middle age when galaxies were actively forming stars and life was perhaps taking its first steps toward consciousness and cosmic awareness. The merger becomes eternal through light, preserved forever in the electromagnetic memory of the cosmos. As you float in this ocean of luminosity, you realize that you too are part of this cosmic information system. The atoms in your body were forged in stellar cores and carry within them the nuclear signatures of their stellar origins. The thoughts in your mind are patterns of electrical activity that generate their own electromagnetic fields, contributing in infinitesimal but real ways to the cosmic flow of information. Your consciousness, contemplating the merger of galaxies, is itself a form of cosmic self-awareness, the universe using organized matter to reflect upon its own processes and evolution. The light that connects all things illuminates not just the external cosmos, but the internal landscape of consciousness itself. In some mysterious way, the same electromagnetic processes that carry information between stars also carry information between neurons in your brain. The light of awareness that allows you to contemplate cosmic events might be connected to the literal light that travels between galaxies, part of a cosmic information network that spans all scales from the quantum to the cosmological. In the final moments of your cosmic journey, as consciousness drifts between waking and sleeping like a spacecraft coasting between stars, you come to understand that what you've witnessed is not really a collision at all, but a dance. The eternal dance that has been choreographing the universe since the first quantum fluctuations began to grow in the cosmic inflation field. This dance operates at every scale, from the quantum waltz of particles popping into and out of existence in the vacuum, to the orbital ballet of planets around stars, to the spiral pirouette of stars around galactic centers, to the grand cosmic square dance of galaxies approaching and merging across billions of years. The same fundamental principles of attraction and motion, of energy and momentum, of harmony and resonance govern all these cosmic choreographies. The merger you've experienced is one movement in an infinite cosmic symphony, part of a dance that began with the Big Bang and will continue until the last black hole evaporates in the unimaginably distant future. It's a dance without beginning or end, without center or edge, without leader or follower. Just the eternal movement of matter and energy and space-time following the deep rhythms written into the fundamental laws of physics. As you drift in the peaceful aftermath of the galactic encounter, you sense that this dance is not mechanical or cold, but somehow warm with purpose and meaning. The universe seems to be exploring its own possibilities, trying out different combinations of matter and energy, different organizational structures, different ways of creating complexity and beauty, and perhaps even consciousness from simple initial conditions. The dance creates music. Not sound waves that need a medium to propagate, but gravitational waves that are literally oscillations in the fabric of space-time itself. Every massive object that accelerates contributes to this cosmic music, from colliding black holes that sing in frequencies detectable by gravitational wave observatories, to merging galaxies that create bass notes so low they take millions of years to complete a single vibration. Your heartbeat, slowing now as sleep approaches, adds its own tiny rhythm to this cosmic symphony. The electrical activity in your neurons contributes its own electromagnetic harmonies to the songs that stars and galaxies sing as they dance through the universe. In some profound sense, you are not just observing the cosmic dance, you are part of it, a conscious note in the vast symphony of existence. The eternal dance teaches the deepest lesson about the nature of reality. Nothing is ever truly separate. Nothing exists in isolation. Every particle, every atom, every star, every galaxy, every thought, every moment of awareness is connected to everything else through the subtle but unbreakable threads of gravitational influence, electromagnetic interaction, and quantum entanglement. The merger of two galaxies is really just the universe dancing with itself, exploring new patterns of relationship and connection. In the gentle darkness, you understand that the dance will continue whether you're awake or asleep, conscious or unconscious, present or absent. The cosmic choreography operates on timescales so vast that human awareness can only glimpse tiny fragments of the larger pattern, like hearing a few notes of an infinite song. But even these brief glimpses are enough to reveal the underlying harmony, the profound order that emerges from apparent chaos, the way simple rules can generate infinite complexity and beauty. The dance is patient. It doesn't require your attention or understanding to continue. Like a gentle cosmic lullaby, it will keep playing whether you're listening or not, weaving its patterns of matter and energy and space-time through the endless night. You can release your need to stay awake, your need to understand, your need to witness every moment of the cosmic performance. As your consciousness prepares to merge with the deeper rhythms of sleep and dream, you carry with you the memory of the eternal dance. The knowledge that you live in a universe where galaxies waltz together across billions of years, where stars are born and die in spectacular displays of nuclear fire, where consciousness somehow emerges from the dancing patterns of atoms and learns to contemplate its own cosmic origins. The dance embraces you now, rocks you gently toward rest, whispers cosmic lullabies in frequencies too low for human ears, but perfectly audible to the deeper rhythms of your heart and breath. You are safe in the eternal dance, held by gravitational currents that connect you to every star, every galaxy, every conscious being that has ever contemplated the mystery of existence under a star-filled sky. Tonight, you drifted through the cosmic deep, witnessing one of the universe's most gentle and profound mysteries, the dance of galaxies coming together across billions of years in a cosmic embrace that creates rather than destroys, that builds new possibilities from the patient rearrangement of ancient stellar populations. You floated through stellar streams and dark matter currents, through regions where time moves like honey and space curves like the surface of a cosmic ocean. You discovered that what we call collision is really conversation, written in the ancient language of gravity and light, spoken in whispers that take millions of years to cross the space between words. The merger will continue long after you wake, unfolding its slow drama across eons of cosmic time. New stars will be born in the compressed gas where the galaxy's spiral arms interact. New planetary systems will form around stars relocated to entirely different galactic neighborhoods. New possibilities for complexity, for chemistry, for life itself will emerge from this cosmic creativity. May your dreams carry you further into the patient mysteries of the universe, where time flows like a river with many currents and consciousness dances with the stars. If this journey through the cosmic deep brought you peace, you're welcome to return here anytime the universe calls to you in the quiet hours of the night. Rest now in the eternal dance that holds all things, planets and stars, galaxies and conscious beings, dreams and waking moments in its gentle gravitational embrace. You are part of the cosmic story, woven into the very fabric of space-time, forever connected to the dance of galaxies in the infinite dark.